I'm Keith Vaughn. Welcome to Electra, Texas. Yeah, here's where Electra sits, at the top of the Lone Star State. And if there was ever an oil town, Electra is an oil town. This place was started by Daniel Wagner about 1852. And then the Fort Worth and Denver Railway came in about 1885. And then a town began to form around it. And it was called Wagner, for the Wagner Ranch, later named Electra, after Electra Wagner. And here is Electra, present day, the beautiful Granada Theater, beautifully restored by the citizens there in Electra and the downtown. Now, there are lots of new built or old buildings that have been refurbished and are in fantastic shape. But like many of these towns, rural areas in North Texas, with the ups and downs of the oil business, so goes the town. And here they are in the late 40s or 50s with a parade through downtown, right there in downtown. Now, this town is, I would say, on the downside. At this time, its population has dropped dramatically over the years, and there are lots of abandoned properties and derelict areas of Electra, but it's a very proud place too. Those who are from Electra, they'll let you know they're from Electra. These brick streets harken back to a time when Electra was thriving. I think at one point, Electra had about 3,000, 4,000 citizens, but they're down to below 2 in 2024. The old garage and repair shop. They're on the main highway heading towards Iowa Park, Texas, and then on to Wichita Falls, Texas. You can tell over the years, this location's been a couple of things. Eakin's Garage and Parts. And then, of course, that lettering covers up older lettering from another business with a 4-digit phone number. And someone's storing an old Mercury underneath the garage overhang. Oil field trash. This just shows how big the oil business is in Electra. Lots of oil field gear, pump jacks, pumping units, pipes, skids. It's all right there. North Texas Oil. And then the drive-in diner. Now, I do not have a name for this location, but you can tell at one time this was a big operation that was jumping. Many areas for you to park, and the pride of Electra Tigers shown right there on the building. Wonder how many people rolled in here for a Coca-Cola after the game at the stadium just up the road. Wonder how many first dates were at this drive-in. Whistle stop. Obviously, lots of sandwiches, burgers, and hot dogs, and milkshakes, and Dr. Pepper sold here over the years. But not to be sold ever again, man. It's completely out of business. There are lots of businesses that are gone in Electra, but there are many that are still hanging on and some that are very much thriving in Electra today. Another old classic service station in Electra. Electra Tigers. And the football field, which is right across the street from the high school. That's amazing. Not many towns have the football stadium directly in front of the school, but they do at Electra. I think that's awesome. Many years ago, I attended a big pep rally here as part of a radio promotion. And man, the school spirit in the town was on fire. And it was all going on right there in front of that school by the stadium. Yes, the Electra faculty and staff, they are trained to protect the student body. This is normal in North Texas. There are many independent school districts that have got armed personnel in the schools prepared in case anybody does something stupid. They're ready in Electra. One of the saddest of the derelict buildings in Electra is this old Methodist church. It has been this way for as long as I can remember, and it continues to get worse. Now the roof is caved in over the last number of years. Someone is taking some care of the property. The grass was cut, but the building itself in very bad shape. Such potential, it would take a lot of funds to bring this building back, but it could be done. Most of the property on this street by the church is in bad shape too. But man, you can tell at one time that was a majestic, beautiful building and sanctuary in Electra. It just goes to show how big and active this community was at one time, that a Methodist church of this size and magnitude was there in Electra and serving the Christians of the vicinity. Yeah, the Methodist Church in Electra, Texas. Just a good example. It's a sign of the way these small Texas towns are just kind of disappearing very slowly as the populations grow up and move away. Yeah, I've heard that there have been some interested in the building, but there have been no takers so far. Another vintage service station in Electra. There were lots of them in the day. Think about it, it's a community that was producing oil, and there they are selling the product of the oil. And then there's the den in Electra. No, I've never been in the den, but I posted some photos of the den on Facebook, and many people have spent lots of time at the den over the years. Now, I'm not even sure if the den is open in 2024. It did not look like it. But man, you can tell that at one time, lots of roughnecks and roustabouts and ranch hands probably spent lots of time hanging out in the den, telling the bartender that if I get a call, I'm not here. Now, a photograph of the highway going in to Electra, and off to the left you can see this elevator. Yeah, another prairie skyscraper. And this is the one in Electra. With the ad on the side, it's street level. Purina Chow's. Electra, Texas. Hanging on right there by the Wagner Ranch in North Texas. First citizens came around about 1852, and they're still there today in 2024. Hey, I appreciate you taking the little Texas town tour here on Keith Vaughn's Flying Circus. And please do like, share, most of all, your subscription. Highly appreciated in a big way. Hey, till next time, take care. God bless.